Nothing but roots. It's gonna be a slow-go slog.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Life in the North 40. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Rick.
And on today's video, we are going to start our off-grid cabin. I cannot wait.
We are going to have you join us as we build with our own two hands a little piece of heaven here in the Rockies.
Yeah.
A small little dry off-grid cabin. We're super excited. We've wanted to do this for quite some time. We look forward to it and we hope you do too.
So join us on this off-grid cabin building adventure. I can't wait to get started. Let's go.
So here we have all of my stuff for my clearing operation that I've been using. I guess I'm on day 3. Going to be cutting a dead tree that's going to be a widowmaker really close to the cabin. And so let's walk on down the trail and see what you would see walking down to the cabin. And this is kind of on the backside of our property. We have a seasonal creek down here that makes this a really sweet spot. I kind of try to make a little bit of a dammed area for a pond. I'm gonna do some good work on that in a future date. So here is our future building site. See, we got a pretty good slope to contend with for the downhill side. I want to maximize the views though of this pond and these beautiful cedar trees I limbed up. And these 2 Chesapeake Bay Retrievers love the water, so they're already right in there getting a drink. And here's Mr. Excited. Hey Murph, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Alrighty, so then going back out, coming in here, you can kind of see what this looks like. Yesterday we burned quite a bit of a lot of the trimmings and trees we needed to cut and limbs and whatnot from in the creek pond area and the building site. We're going to be doing some more of that today. All right, here we go. Kind of standing where the cabin's going to be. You see I'm in my ultra grubbies here doing dirt work and burning. We're going to be doing some more burning today, and we're going to be cutting this dead tree that we don't want to fall on the cabin. We're going to be cutting that dead tree right there. Unfortunately, I've got this all cleared out fairly well to start digging, and I realized that's got to come down. So the best place to lay it is right towards you. So I'm going to move you. We're going to drop that tree, see how it goes. We're going to limb it, section it up, and take it to the burn pit today. Not firewood, just rotten wood, dead standing. Gonna get it out of here and take it to the fire pit to burn it. I think we're gonna cut that one too, another dead one. Coals are still hot or warm from yesterday, from the burn we did yesterday, which was huge. We're just gonna burn this rotten stuff, get rid of it. Let's get another load. All right, that's it for that tree. Having that wheelbarrow sure makes it a lot quicker than hauling each individual round one at a time. Don't you love the adventure of the wheel? I do. This thing might get going on its own, getting a little wind, maybe get some air blowing underneath. We'll see if it cranks up by itself. Get a little smoke in the camera. Makes you feel like you're here with me. Well, I came up the hill and the fire started on its own, so I didn't have to waste any propane or my torch. It's always amazing how hot these things get and how much material you pull out just doing simple clearing. But I'll tell you, it sure gives you a sense of accomplishment on your own property. Doing some cleaning and clearing and doing something with your own two hands. Sweating, working hard, feeling like you did something. All right, last load today. Of course, the smoke's blowing right in my face. The wind turns right towards you. I'm gonna go down and do a little assessment, show you what the vision is on the layout. You got there, Murph? Well, Murph's been chewing on all these bones down here. Got some rib bones of the deer. So what we have here is we have a 16 long, these are the rough corners. These aren't exact. These are basically where I'm going to put the edge of the 6x6. This is obviously the uphill side, so I'm contending with a hill. I've got a rotten stump here. I'm gonna need to dig my uphill side down a little bit, and I'm gonna hit roots, I can tell already because I've cut little trees. But the reason is I'm gonna post this up on cement pillars. What I haven't marked yet is the front of the cabin. This is the furthest edge for the deck, which is a 5-foot deck. So I'm gonna have 10 feet down here. I'll have 4 more dug down pillars, cement pillars, and I'll have 4 cement pillars out front for the deck. So I'm gonna try to dig this out a little bit, so when I get under this, I want airflow in 1, and 2, I'm gonna have to crawl under this to nail my pressure treated plywood under my floor joists. Get a better feel for it. So the edge of the deck will be right in here. 5-foot deck, so you can be looking right down in here on the pond. And it's not very big, it's fairly small. This is a seasonal creek, but you can hear the water rolling and flowing. Kind of a bubbling little brook, which is kind of peaceful. And again, I want to improve that and get some rock, get some stone, do a little dam. I just used organic matter yesterday and dirt that I kind of dug out, so it stopped it enough to get a little pond going, which the dogs have already been playing in. It's early spring here, so our growth hasn't come in yet. Once the shrubs and stuff come in, it's gonna be kind of a nice private backdrop on the other side of the pond. It'll fill in. I'll look at Murph with his deer rib bone. All right, well, let's get to working on that stump. See if we can hammer that out of the ground and level that down a little bit to where it's not sticking up so high when we're running trusses over the top of it. So, pretty solid in there. Have to do this chunk at a time here. Hate to, you don't want to ever try to use a chainsaw on something like this. So much moisture, bugs, the ants and everything. They pull dirt and different things and really wrecks your chainsaw blade. But if I have to hit this edge a little bit, I will. You got to get the job done. You can always sharpen a chainsaw blade if you don't break it. It's too bad that stump has to be right here. Same with that one. It's the best spot where the creek bisects my lot to do this. And so I had to really look at the slope here. It's looking like it's going to be solid in the middle. I might have to cut it with a chainsaw. I have to watch that for safety so it doesn't jump back at me, maybe catch something in that rotten stump, this old rotten stump. That's solid. Really solid there. A lot of bounce back. I want to get that, scalp that as close to the ground as I can. Well, sucker's still really solid down in there. We're almost through it. I hate doing this close to the ground because of the chainsaw blade, but it has to be done. We're almost there. Trying to dump some of that dirt in some of the low spots. Well, I got my line over here decent. I guess now I can start digging this line down a hair. Not as easy if this was just a nice level spot, but then you wouldn't have the creek. You wouldn't have these beautiful cedars down in this hollow, or as they say in the South, holler. So, or if you say creek or crick, my dad's a crick guy, I'm a creek guy. This the best way because all the roots is just to pickaxe that whole line, then use the shovel to start pulling it down. A little more energy burner. Nothing but roots. It's gonna be a slow go slog. This is good for me. I haven't done crazy digging since my Army days. Digging machine gun fighting positions and trench lines and fighting positions, foxholes with a small little folding shovel, busting through roots. Been there, done that. Those roots are kind of helping me now. Just pull that hillside down. a little bit. All these were two things that I cut earlier and trimmed out of here with either my brush cutter or my chainsaw. I'm not going to go any lower because that's my lowest I can go there because of that stump. So that's really all I'm going to be able to do, except for just kind of drag this all down the hill a little bit. And then I'm pretty much there to start measuring and calculating where we're at. Just trying to get myself smoothed out as best I can because I'm going to have to get under this baby. Not going to pound this in too tight all the way because I want to make sure I'm 15 from the corner of the deck to this corner. But I also need to be 16 that way. So I want to err on the side of coming this way because of the trail coming in. I don't want the cabin too tight to the trail. Plus I want it kind of canted this way, this corner in a little bit to take advantage of the view of the pond and peek through those cedars in a real nice way. Just using that stake as my guide, kind of clear away for the day I do my post hole digs and exact measurements. So we're going to go to 16 dead on. Okay, so we're still off on 16 somehow. Of course, these are not completely level. All right, so we'll keep this guy here. I want this to be anchored. Yeah, these are. I'm not checking with a level yet on all this, but just get it set. General locations. Make sure that's in tight. Move it. Remove that. We need to move this one this forward. Well, I got a major setback on that one. Okay, so that's going to change the measurement on that guy. Let's check this. Okay, 16. Alright, 15's good. And then I'm going to put a string level on it, and we're going to see what our delta is to build up down here, which is going to be extreme, but as high as that post will go, and it's still not level. I got to drop that down further. I'm gonna go another.
Yeah. That's too much down. Right there. That is for a cabin. That's like perfect. Okay.
Yeah, for a cabin.
As Rick rolls out of bed while he's sleeping.
Yeah, for a cabin.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.